Hello there, Aries, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I'll be doing your weekly reading for the week of September 21st through the 28th. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll use the tarot to get some more details. And if you're wondering, yes, I've changed the format here so that you can see the cards a little bit better. And I'd love to hear your opinion of this versus seeing more of my face. And you can put those in the comments below. So I'll be looking at those to see, if the viewers like seeing the cards more or seeing my face and having that eye-to-eye contact with the reader. So, and if you are enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. Okay, Aries, let's get into it. We're going to start with the Sacred Soul Travelers Oracle and see, what your overall energies for this week are. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. This is, we have just left the Virgo season and we are now into the Libra season. And the Libra season, brings in so much more balance. And, the Virgo season is kind of a heavy season. September is always kind of a heavy month with the autumn equinox and stuff. And it's like a shedding of our, of stuff in our lives that no longer serve us. So whether that's relationships, jobs, or even materialistic things. And now it's kind of like stepping into this Libra season is just like a breath of fresh air, because it's like you don't have that heavy energy of things in your life that no longer are for your better good. And it's now you can kind of come in and you can savor your life. You can enjoy and have more pleasure in your life, because you don't have the burdens of things from the past or things that just, were weighing you down. It's, they're, my guides are pointing out, that they're like staying in this little kind of like trailer camper, type of, I don't know, caravan vehicle. And it's that energy of just paring down your life to only those things that you really need. And by doing that, you have less to take care of, you have less to worry about, and you can really kind of connect more into your soul's pleasure and also your purpose. It's really nice. Spirit of gratitude. Yes, I think it's also about, stepping into that energy of really appreciating everything that is in your life. Taking a look at the things that are left, because after Virgo season, you may have let go of a lot of people, situations, or even materialistic objects. And it's kind of like you savoring, because you have less to think about, less to take care of. You can really be more grateful for what you do have in your life. And when I was shuffling, I just saw milk and honey. That's like the 10 of cups, coming into that energy of just being really, both of these are just like a sense of, oh my goodness, I just love everything that's going on in my life. Really nice energy. Here now, yes. At the Virgo season, I found it very difficult. It was like, just constantly kind of, emotions still popping up from things that happened a long time ago. And it's like, oh my goodness, why are we having to, revisit this? And now that we're stepping into Libra season, it's much more balanced. And it's about really just living in the present moment, being here and now, and recognizing just how wonderful your life is. Okay, so we're going to go to the tarot. We're going to take a look at, we're just going to take a look at present energy, and then your area of resistance or any obstacles, advice from spirit, and then finally the outcome if you take the advice. But Aries, you can do whatever you want. You have free will. And so you can do what you think is best for you. So your present energy, Page of Wands. I love this energy because it is about really learning more about yourself and perhaps even your soul's purpose. And I think the Virgo season helped you to clear out some things. Maybe even taking a look at, why did I think that, this job was so important to me, or this relationship was so important to me, and it's no longer really bringing me any joy or pleasure. And taking a stock of all of that and realizing that it was on your path for a certain reason, but now it no longer serves you. And it's kind of almost, he has like a magnifying glass, right? And it's almost like you're in search of the new things that you want to bring into your life, the new situations, the new relationships, the new perhaps career or job, new home. There's new things. Pages are about new energies, searching for those new things to take the place of the things that you have let go. And making sure that the things that you are choosing to bring into your life bring you passion and pleasure. Not just, picking, just not grasping at anything. It's like really putting some time and effort into looking at your options and choosing with care. I really like this energy. It's kind of almost like, I don't know. It's like a mature energy, and not that you're not mature, Aries, or make silly decisions, but it's kind of like a wiser, to me, it's kind of like a wiser, making wiser choices. And not that your choices in the past were wrong, because they were the right choices at that time. But now you're kind of stepping into a new chapter of your life and just making different choices that will suit the time or the chapter of your life that you're in now. Now, your area of resistance or your obstacle is the Emperor. The Emperor has everything that the Emperor really wants, and it has complete control and power over everybody else that's around them. But sometimes that can be a little bit of, a little cold-hearted, I guess is the best word to use. And so you may have had to step into your Emperor energy, really hone into your own power to allow those things that no longer were for your higher good to go. Like, that's really difficult. It's difficult to tell people, that you need to go in a different direction, or to quit that job that, you thought you always wanted, or to move across the country, or even to another country. Sometimes it's hard to, we get to a certain a point in our life, and then suddenly we feel like our friends no longer fit, our life anymore. That, they were a lot of fun, or they filled a special need at some time, and then it's kind of like you outgrow them. Like, the Emperor is a very strong person, has gone through a lot, has a lot of wisdom. And so I feel like you may have, in a way, Aries, outgrown the people or situations in your life. And you're in this very powerful energy. But at the same time, the Emperor does not necessarily enjoy life. Sometimes the Emperor is in a solitary type of energy, feeling, like they don't have any true friends. Right? Because everybody that's around them is actually below them. And I think that part of your obstacle or area of resistance is trying to find a soul tribe, trying to find relationships with either coworkers, friends, romantic connections that kind of fit this new, chapter of your life that you're stepping into. And, that you have all this power, all this wisdom, but you may be feeling a little bit like you don't have people to share it with. Really interesting. Okay, so let's see what your advice from Spirit is. I feel, Aries, like you've stepped into a very wise part of your life. So here we have Two of Wands. Yeah, it's, the advice from Spirit is to realize, she's holding the world in her hands. And it's kind of like the Emperor. The Emperor is kind of like somebody that oversees, it can mean like oversees a company. But, oversees a kingdom or a group of people or something like that. And I feel like you have this ability to really hold the world in your hands and to possibly share your wisdom with others in a very, unique way. Like the emperor is somebody that once again is kind of by themselves, but is also very powerful by themselves. And I get the sense that you're kind of on this like fork in the road. The Two of Wands is a fork in the road. You're on this fork of the road, and it's kind of like, do I really go this alone and really kind of go out into the world and see what I can find that brings me passion and pleasure? Or do I stick with what I already know? It's almost like the Fool's energy, like that you need to just kind of like step onto really embrace your new path. I already think you're on a new path, but really and truly embrace it. Yeah, Ten of Swords. So this is the outcome. The Ten of Swords is a painful ending, but it's kind of like you need to end this, it's kind of, in this sense, it's kind of a good thing because you're kind of ending a time in your life that may have brought a lot of pain, a lot of endings, like endings of relationships, situations, career choices. And there's all of these endings, and it can be painful, but at the same time, with this passion and pleasure, you have so much to look forward to. So let's go ahead and clarify these and get a little bit more detail. Yeah, because look at what's on the bottom, Ace of Cups. See, new love. If you've had to let go of a romantic partner, or you've had to let go of some relationships, this is Spirit saying it's fine, because an ending is also needed in order to bring a new beginning. And I feel like a lot of you may have had to end a romantic relationship, especially, with the passion and pleasure. We think of this as kind of a romantic, being passionate and, looking for pleasure in a romance. And I get a sense that maybe you had to end that relationship, and now you're stepping into an offer of a new romantic relationship. Now, if the romance does not, resonate with you, then it could be, stepping into a new job that you love, a new career that you love, a new group of friends that you love. Or, possibly just doing things that you love, like traveling or adventure, being creative. It's embracing the love part of your life, because the Virgo season, once again, is about letting go. And then look at what's on the bottom, Ten of Swords again. So you have had, an ending that may be at times very difficult. You may be, because this is your obstacle, the Emperor, you may be really trying to hold in your emotions, because the Emperor never shows their emotions. They're totally in control. And it may be that you need to release some of the pain that you're feeling in order to be able to move into the next chapter of your life, where you'll find a new way to, have passion and pleasure. Really, it's kind of like you're really going through a transition period, and yet at the same time, I don't have any cards that show transition. It's like this just overall energy of transitioning from one chapter in your life into the next. So let's look at this Page of Wands. Wow, the Ten of Swords, King of Wands, Six of Wands, and then the Two of Swords. Being caught up in your head. This is the underneath. So this is kind of what your subconscious is thinking. She has the blindfold on. She's trying to protect herself from these birds, right? But the truth of the matter is that it's really hard to protect yourself from things that you cannot see. And yet she doesn't realize she can take off the blindfold. It's about not looking at your fears directly in the eye. It's like if she took off the blindfold and then looked at these crows right in the eye, they would probably just fly away. But instead, she's trying to fight them without seeing them. And it's kind of like that's the message that you're getting. It's like you're trying to have victory over something, an ending that was really painful, because here's the Ten of Swords again. It's like you're trying to move on from this without actually embracing the pain, to actually feeling the pain. Like you're just moving forward. The King of Wands is the king that's the closest to the Emperor. Very much determined to move forward. Very much determined to just, have a lot of passion and pleasure. They know where they want to go. The King of Wands knows where they want to go, and they want victory in it at all costs. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm just moving forward. But the King of Wands doesn't take any time to just either sit and think or sit and feel. The King of Wands just acts. And sometimes actually irrationally, because it's just like, this is what I want and I'm going to go get it at all costs. I want victory no matter what. And I feel like you may have subconsciously a need to really look, like pull out the magnifying glass and really understand just the lessons, like being grateful for this ending. It's like this ending came because there's something so much better for you. But it's almost like you just want to step into the next chapter without stopping and just saying, wait a minute. Okay, that was painful. I recognize the pain, and then at the same time, now how can I use that pain, or how can I be grateful for that situation or that ending? Because that ending is going to be bringing you so much, actually victory and success in the future. So let's take a look at this Emperor. Now, this is your area of resistance or your obstacles. So let's see what we have here. Two of Cups, Justice, Knight of Cups, Five of Wands, a lot of drama. The Five of Wands card is kind of like my drama card. Lots of drama here. So your area of resistance is, I feel like you're just putting up almost like this front. Everything is fine. I'm just moving forward. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine. But underneath, you're missing somebody. And I'm saying that only because you have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Justice card in the middle. So it could be a Libra that you're dealing with. But it's like you're trying to overly control your emotions and balance out this energy of missing somebody from the past. And this is, or wanting a new love to come in. So it could be either way. But you have, some painful ending here. And it's about, you may be, and this won't resonate with everybody, but just ask yourself, are you looking at what you've lost and recognizing the pain? Because all it is recognizing it. You don't have to really do anything. You just have to allow those feelings to come up. And here we have the Libra season, right? It's kind of like allowing those feelings to bubble up to the top and allow them and then to release them. It's not like you have to wallow in them, but just kind of releasing them and allowing yourself to have those feelings, to recognize and respect them, Temperance on the bottom. There's divine timing here. And also, it is about having the patience with yourself. I think you may need to have a lot of compassion with yourself. I think you're kind of like, do I really go out into the world? Do I really go on this new path? Am I really doing this by myself? You know, it's kind of like you're sitting there kind of questioning it, but this is Spirit saying a yes. Okay? You have, you know, the Ace of Wands here, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. This is about going ahead and taking the action to move into your freedom. Recognizing the freedom. If you have not left someone, if you're thinking about ending a relationship, it's about going ahead and you know, taking action. There's a lot of action here. Wands are all about taking action or communication. The Nine of Pentacles is about independence and freedom. So this is really about taking action to move towards your independence and freedom. To going on that, you know, it could be a solo journey for a bit. The Two of Wands is choosing your path, your fork in the road. Knowing that you can go in your own direction, and then, you know, just embrace it. Embracing that. And understanding that, yes, that means that there may be a painful ending, but that this painful ending also helps to open up a new chapter in your life. Okay, so let's take a look at this Ten of Swords. You're definitely taking action. Oh, this is lovely. Yes, Chariot, look at this. Moving forward towards victory. It's kind of like you have to, yeah, you've been waiting for some time. You know, we have the Hierophant underneath that. This is a long-term commitment, whether, you know, it can mean marriage or wedding, but it's just a long-term commitment to, you know, I'm getting the sense they're drawing me to the stairwell, that you're ascending. You know, spiritually you're ascending. Your consciousness level is rising, and it's kind of like this is like a long journey. Look at the long journey, and you're just taking the first steps and committing yourself to this journey, to realizing that on our journey, there are times when we go through situations where we do have to have an ending. But knowing that it's not the end of the journey, it's just the end of that chapter in the book of our life, right? I mean, it's like, you know, you're trying to juggle. I think you're trying to balance your old life and your new life. You're trying to keep one foot in your old life, if you will, your old situations, your old relationships, and also one step in your life as, you know, on your spiritual journey. But it's like Spirit is saying, no, it's time to end that. It's time to no longer juggle. You just go in one direction. With the Two of Wands, you're at this crossroads. It's time to take this journey. But look at what happens when you do. You have the Empress energy. Okay, now remember, we have the Emperor here, right? So we have a very powerful couple there together. But the Empress is also about starting a new life, starting that new chapter, starting that new job, starting that new relationship. It's all about birthing new things, and birthing new things with someone that is emotionally balanced, that has their emotions, that it can feel their emotions and express their emotions in a very loving way. And this might be something new for you. You know, this comes into this passion and pleasure. And Aries, you know, this is like your kind of energy. You love, you know, you love you love being in love, right? And here it is. It's kind of like you're birthing a new romantic partner. You have had to let somebody go. And yet at the same time, by letting that go, like really allowing those feelings to bubble up, accept them, recognize them, and then release them, helps you to step into this new world and to really embrace somebody that is your true counterpart. Really nice energy. Super nice. Oh, Aries. I think we're going to pull a creativity oracle card, and then we're going to do the Lover's oracle card. Courage. Have the courage to see the lessons in all situations and face them constructively. That fits right in with what I was saying about that Two of Wands energy. It's like you have to take the blindfold off and have the courage to look at what it is that you're afraid of as you step into this next chapter of your life. Because once you look at that, it's kind of like, it's so funny. Sometimes I get very, very anxious. We'll just say anxious. I get very anxious about money, and, you get something in the mail from the bank or your investments or something like that. And I'll let it sit there. And it's kind of like, or I won't check online, because I'm just anxious. And then it's kind of like, it's so silly. Like you can't, by not looking at it, I can't change the amount of money that's in the bank. And as soon as I open it, it's almost like I always have this relief. It's kind of like, oh, okay, yep, I got money in the bank. And it's the same thing. It's like whatever it is that you're afraid of. It's just taking a good look at it and just saying, okay, whatever it is, I have the strength to get through this. I have my spirit guides. I have my angels. I have friends. I have family. I have people that will support me no matter what. And so, yeah, whatever it is, have the courage to take a look at it and then face it constructively. We all do this. We all have our own little fears, our own sense of anxiety about different things. Okay, so let's pull your Lover's Oracle card. Okay, they just gave me the message that some of you, this won't resonate with everybody, are afraid to end a relationship, because you're afraid you won't be able to love again, or have another romantic connection again. Or, because we had the Hierophant, some long-term relationship. I don't know where the Hierophant went, but we had it. A long-term relationship or something that lasts a long time. And it's not true, right? And even if it was true, would you want to stay in a relationship or a situation that really wasn't good for you just because you were afraid that you would never love again? It's something that you have to, kind of like ask yourself. We all stay for different reasons, whether, it's a romantic connection or a job or whatever. We all have our fears. It's kind of like, well, what I have right now and what I know is, okay, I know what I have. If I let this go, if I end this, right, then I don't know what is going to replace it. But look at this. You have a King of Cups. The ending is going to be replaced by something that is extremely loving or something that helps you to express your love. It's really nice. So it's like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to have those endings. Okay, and here's your Lover's Oracle card. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. My goodness. That is this reading in a nutshell. There's something, even if you've ended the relationship, it's kind of like you're just holding on to the energy, maybe some hope that it'll, come back or something like that. It's like, no, go ahead and end it because there's something so beautiful right around the corner. Well, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I do really wish you much love and light in this. Stay very hopeful. Stay in that positive energy because you do have so much beautiful energy coming around the corner. Remember, you have this Ace of Cups, you have new love coming in or new passion for a, new area of work or a new love romantic connection. All right, Aries, well, I'll leave it there. And once again, if you have enjoyed this message or resonated with it, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. I'd also love to have you comment about the new format. Did you like it, or would you like to go back to the old? Thanks again. I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.